The Houston Texans have made waves this offseason with an intriguing signing in the backfield. Former Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb, a name that once sent shivers down the spine of NFL defenses, has joined the Texans on a one-year deal. But this isn't just another signing. There's a lot more to unpack here. With the Texans already stacked with talent in the backfield, including Joe Mixon, Dameon Pierce, and rookie Woody Marks, where exactly does Chubb fit in? And what does his contract reveal about his future in Houston? Stick with me as we dive into the details and explore why this could be a game-changing move or a low-risk gamble by the Texans. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on the latest NFL moves and contracts. And of course, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below and let us know what you think of this signing. All right, let's get into it. The Houston Texans made headlines when they signed Nick Chubb, the former Cleveland Browns star, to a one-year deal earlier this month. Now, the immediate reaction might be, well, why would a team with a crowded backfield need another running back? But when you break down the situation, it's clear that the Texans are making a calculated move, one that reflects both their current needs and future potential. The first thing to know is that Chubb's contract is filled with interesting and somewhat telling details. The deal could be worth up to $5 million, but here's the kicker. Only $1.5 million of that is guaranteed. Now, we've seen plenty of contracts with guaranteed money, but the relatively low figure here is certainly telling. The Texans clearly aren't making a major financial commitment to Chubb, which makes sense given the uncertainty surrounding his health. More on that in a minute. So, what does this mean for the Texans' backfield? Well, Chubb is expected to fill the number 2 halfback role behind Dameon Pierce. He's not being brought in to be the feature back, but rather to offer depth, experience, and the potential to contribute in a meaningful way. Given the Texans' mix of established players and rookies, Chubb's role will likely involve getting his share of touches, whether that's as a change of pace back, a short yardage option, or even a potential third-down weapon. Now, let's talk about Chubb's history. It's hard to ignore the impact he made during his first 7 years with the Cleveland Browns. The 29-year-old was once one of the NFL's most explosive and consistent running backs. He wasn't just a Pro Bowl fixture. He was an every-season 1,000-yard rusher. And in 2022, he even had a career-high 1,525 yards and 12 touchdowns. Those stats alone make it clear that Chubb was a force to be reckoned with when he was at his peak. But as we know, things don't always go as planned in the NFL. And for Chubb, injuries have been a major hurdle in recent years. It all started with that brutal knee injury he sustained in Week 2 of the 2023 season, a hit that sidelined him for much of the 2024 season. While he did manage to return and play 8 games, Chubb's production was clearly affected by the injury, and by December, he suffered another setback, a broken foot that ended his season. In total, Chubb only managed 332 yards and 3 touchdowns in his final season with the Browns, averaging a modest 3.3 yards per carry. So, the million-dollar question, does Chubb still have what it takes to be an impact player? The answer to that is far from certain. Chubb has always been known for his toughness and his ability to break tackles, but after 2 significant injuries, there's no guarantee he can return to his previous form. That's likely a big reason why the Texans were able to sign him to such a team-friendly deal. But let's not forget, this move is a low-risk gamble for Houston. By only guaranteeing $1.5 million, they're giving themselves the flexibility to part ways if Chubb doesn't prove to be the same player he once was. On the flip side, if Chubb does find a way to stay healthy and recapture even a fraction of his former glory, the Texans could find themselves with a highly productive player at a bargain price. That's the kind of risk teams are willing to take when they see potential upside. This signing also speaks to the Texans' broader strategy. With a young team and a coaching staff trying to build something sustainable, adding experienced players like Chubb could be exactly what they need. Even if Chubb isn't the focal point of the offense, his veteran presence could prove invaluable to a squad looking to make noise in the AFC South. And let's not forget about his ability as a pass catcher, a skill that could make him a perfect complement to Pierce and provide the Texans with some versatility in their game plan.